jingle all the way.
Hey you guys, welcome back to another video. It is your girl Juliana, aka Life is Juliana. And yeah, welcome back to another video. I already said that. Anyway, as you can see, you guys, I didn't get anything accomplished today besides getting some very bad news. More bad news on top of what I've been already dealing with. Let's just say my anxiety from a 1 to a 10. My anxiety is a 10. And let's just say my depression, you guys, from a 1 to a 10, is probably about a 9.5. It's just like from bad news to bad news. It's like I can't get a break at all. I was supposed to be doing this Vlogmas and I am. But today, actually, I didn't get, like I said, the chance to do anything, to do any videos for you guys because I've just been overly stressed. I've been stressed out, you guys, like humongously stressed out. Like to the core. There is no words. Let's just say I've been crying almost all day. Very depressed, you guys. Oh my goodness. And I'm not embarrassed to say I've been depressed, and I'm not embarrassed to say I've been dealing with anxiety like crazy. Because I know that I'm not alone. I'm not alone, you guys. Today, it's like one of my worst days. I don't even know what to say. For real. I could ask you guys for your prayers. I feel like I have failed my sister miserably. I know I shouldn't say that because I know, like you said, I'm not a failure, right? So I shouldn't be even saying that or thinking that, but I feel like she depended on me to make her a request. I don't know if it's a request. I don't even know what to say. Trying to put the right words together because I don't want to offend nobody. But by me trying not to offend anyone, I think I'm like literally slowly falling in depression, you guys. Like, seriously. Even though I feel like I've been attacked on every level. But I really feel like I kind of let her down a little bit. And again, I shouldn't have said that because I tried, you guys. I tried and I tried and I tried and I tried to really kind of get through to her, but I couldn't all the way. Oh, man. In naturality, I'm gonna say this too. Um, for me and my husband, I must say I was a little bit hard-headed at one point, you guys. Especially come on to like life insurance and them something that, us Jamaicans, maybe other countries, I'm not going to pinpoint Jamaicans alone, but I could speak for myself. When my husband had a conversation with me and he said, baby, we need to have life insurance, because if anything happens to me, I want to know that you're okay. And if anything happens to you, I need to know that I'm okay. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I was like, no, me not mind have insurance because I've had life insurance, but I've had life insurance just without a spouse. but I never had life insurance with a spouse before. In my head, you guys, the first thing that come to my mind is the money I plan for take me out, or the money I go, when I kick the bucket, I go have this money and I go meet new girl, and if my new girl they offer my money and all them something, they my dead money. That's all that was in my head. It took a minute, maybe a couple of minutes, for it really sink into my head and realize that what he was saying was honestly true. And even if I had any doubts based on how I was feeling back then, after what I'm seeing and witnessing right now with my sister, I know that I made the right decision to make sure that I have life insurance for me and my husband, because my husband's a truck driver, you guys. I don't know if I ever told you guys that, but my husband drives trucks every day. My husband is on the road driving trucks, and anything can happen to him while I'm out on the road. We have a house and we have things together. And if anything really happens to my husband, we gonna go through some financial hardship. Yes, me's a hustler, and yes, me know how to make my money and all them something, but it's gonna be hard because all of a sudden two incomes now becomes one income. So now I'm going to be stuck with all the bills, okay, and a mortgage and expenses. And I thought about that, and I figured he was right. He was right, because if anything happens to me and we don't have a life insurance, then I'm going to call Tom, and I'm going to call Dick, and I'm going to call Harry to help me towards my funeral. Y'all, it was one of the hardest decisions that I had to make when my husband tried to convince me to get life insurance. Trust me. As a old school Jamaican, like me say, but it feels that the man have plans. But he didn't have no plans. He was just looking out for my well-being. To make sure that, you know, I would have been okay if something should happen to him. Yeah. Either way the story goes, we just wanted to make sure that we don't have to struggle to lay any one of us that goes out first to rest. And I have to say, I am truly happy that him convinced me. I'm not easily convinced, but I am truly happy that he finally got me to wake up and smell the coffee and get this life insurance going, because you guys, I'm going to say this right now on camera. Today is Tuesday night. Tuesday, yeah. And y'all, I'm hurting. I'm hurting because my sister never really listened to a couple of important things that I would tell her, even though she was my big sister, but was still acting like a big sister. I know that there was a couple of things that she needed to set in place. Before she'd passed, couple of months before she passed, she finally said, "Sis, I need life insurance." Long story short, because I cut some of the story, but I did decide to help her to get her life insurance. It wasn't going to be a lot, but it was going to be something. This was what she decided to do. This was not what I wanted. This was what she decided to do, wanted to do, and I was going to be her number one fan, because anything she wanted me, I always give her, right? Always be there for her. But y'all, In the back of my head, though, I'm going to be honest. In the back of my head, because for those of you that guys that don't know, right? And please comment down below what you guys think about this and based on what I'm going to share tonight. I'm going to share my family business, but this one is killing me to the core where it's triggering my anxiety and it's triggering my depression. And I'm going to document this for document's sake. We decided to get some form of a life insurance per her request. And so we did it, right? But like I was saying, in the back of my head, I was thinking, but I didn't want to make her feel stressed or depressed or anything because I was very careful when I mentioned the D word, the DEATH word. I didn't want to talk about that stuff. Even though in the back of my head, I know what I was facing, I didn't want to mention that word to her. But in the back of my head, I was thinking to myself, but how is this going to work if we're dealing with stage 4 cancer? And if the oncologist already said that we only had 6 months to work with, and if I'm also hearing in the back of my head that we're dealing with hospice. Now, yeah, this is not something that I'm saying. This is something that the entire team is saying, right? It was one of the most hardest things for her to accept, among other people, among me. But I realized what was happening, and I was kind of getting myself prepared for this mentally and emotionally. Anyway, you guys, comes to find out right now what had triggered off my anxiety today. Here I am calling the insurance company. Somebody I called me because I decline this. Somebody I hold on. Listen man, me don't feel for talk right now upon the phone. I'm not gonna edit out that neither, you guys. I'm not gonna hear everything because me in my feelings. I'm hurt bad. This is gonna be in a Vlogmas today. But anyway. So I decided to, call the people them today. I wish I had to because this was a part of would have been a part of our funeral, final resting place type of thing. I know it's gonna cost a whole lot more than what we were originally going to receive, but I figured it would do something, right? Comes to find out here, I'm finally getting these people on the phone. The name of the company is called Colonial Pen. I'm going to mention that much. Okay. Now comes to find out, I'm hearing that I won't be getting anything for my sister's funeral. Okay. Anything. Nothing. The only thing that I'm going to be getting is what I already paid for the policy. They told me the policy has to be 2 years. And if you guys know anything about life insurance, because I never have to do them something before. When my mother passed away, you guys, everything was right up cash. When my sister passed away, everything was right up cash. So this is the first time I ever have to get into them something out with life insurance and them something there. And me being my sister had maybe the beneficiary on there. And to be honest with you, I'm sorry she did because it ended up biting me in the ass. I'm gonna keep it 100 because at this point I don't care. Those people told me today that I'm only able to receive $135 because the policy has to be at least 2 years. You know what I'm doing? While I was on the phone with her, but like I was saying before, when I helped her to get the policy going, they didn't ask her anything about her health or nothing. But in the back of my head, I was thinking like, well, how are they going to work it with the C word, right? With the cancer. They didn't ask anything about no health or nothing. It was kind of freaking me out a little bit. I don't know what's going on here. was kind of freaking me out a little bit. But let me say, I don't want to alarm her about nothing and stress her out, because the last thing she already had deal with stress already with stage 4 cancer, and I never want to stress her out no more. Add no more stress to it. But in the back of my head, me did I think like, this kind of not feels so good enough. But me just go ahead with it, because she was the one who found the people and told me about the people. All she wanted me to do was help her to get the policy going. But long story short, those people don't tell me today that because of the length of time that she opened the policy, she opened the policy 2 months ago, right? And so they said it was just 2 months that she opened the policy. So I won't be able to get the money that I thought we were going to get towards the funeral. And so let's say there's $0 and 0 cents coming through, okay? I am devastated, you guys. I am devastated. Like when they told me that I couldn't breathe for a good like 15 minutes, I was going like this. I was in shock for like 15 minutes, literally in shock. When I couldn't talk. I called my husband, and my husband said, get out the house and go do something. Either you go get your nails done, or you go get your toes done, or go to the mall and buy yourself a shirt or something, but I want you to get out the house right now. That's how bad it was, you guys. My anxiety chipped in. Okay? I was lost. It's like I was hit with a train track for the second time in a week. So let's just say I've been very sad for the past couple of hours. Been very sad for the past couple of days, but I've just been shaken again, because I didn't expect that. But I've never done anything like this before. If you guys know anything about that life insurance thing, where, because they told me that the policy has to be 2 years. She has to, in order for me to get the benefit amount, it has to be 2 years. It cannot be 2 months. It cannot be anything under 2 years. It has to be 2 years. That dry cough that I had, that's why I feel like I had COVID, you guys. Before I was planning to go see my sister, I felt like I did got COVID. But the thing is, by the time I got tested, I feel like it already was in a negative. But I feel like I had COVID, because I'm still having this little dry cough. And sometimes I do have mucus coming up, okay? I feel like I did get COVID. Sometimes I still feel a little bit out of breath. Nobody that text me, and I call me, and I know I had that before I go up on my phone, but all of a sudden up here things are going. But anyway, you guys, let me know down below if you guys know about that insurance thing. Let me know. You guys, if you want to donate to myself, I'm not even going to beat around the bush. If you guys want to donate, please go ahead and donate to the family. Um, I am going to put the name of the funeral home in the description of this video, along with, yeah, just donate to the funeral home. Don't send me anything here. No Cash App, no PayPal here, no none of that stuff, okay? Don't ask me for PayPal, you guys, or don't ask me for Cash App. I don't want you sending anything to my personal. Send any donations that you guys might want to send to my sister. Please send it to the funeral home. I will put the information of the funeral home in the description, okay? So you want to send flowers, or you want to send offerings or donation, or whatever you want to send to the family, go ahead and send it over there, because it is needed, you guys, more than ever. I just don't want you guys sending anything to my PayPal or Cash App or anything like that, okay? I'm going to leave this one here, you guys. Yeah, I'm going to just leave this one here. I hope this vlog wasn't a very pleasant one, because I'm feeling the way that I'm looking, okay? But I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. And again, if you guys know anything about that insurance thing, let me know if these people will have. You know what? I'm not even going to beat around the bush. I feel like these people was right. I'm just probably in denial because I heard what I didn't want to hear. But I talked to a couple of people about it already, and they did say if a person has cancer, it's hard for them to get any kind of a life insurance, or anything like that. Like I said, when I was on the phone with them, they put me on hold 3 times. One time they told me that they was going to check her medical records. One time they told me that's going to check if she had any additional insurance coverage. And then the next time they was going to check the next check they was going to check the funeral home. They sure did. They ran her social security number. They also asked me if she was still collecting social security. They was asking me a whole lot of questions, you guys. Okay. So they came back finally and said, we cannot give you that 6.5 towards that funeral. Because I had asked them to send the money directly to the funeral home. They said, no, we can't because the policy has to be in maturity is the word. They said maturity. For 2 years, it's not in maturity. It's still 2 months. It's still only 2 months. So there's nothing that they can do. They only could give me basically what I paid on the policy. And that's it. But anyway, you guys, I just felt like venting. You know, maybe that's going to make me feel a little bit better. But I love you guys to the moon and stars. I will see you in the next one. Please do not hesitate to thumbs up the video for me on your way out. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.